Welcome back. In part 2 of this video we will cover some of the services and equipment available in the meeting rooms, some library policies related to the meeting rooms, as well as how to actually complete your application for using the library's public meeting rooms. So once again, on the Room Reservations webpage, as we saw earlier, there's a place for you to view the schedule and then do your online application. There's an hourly rate for commercial purposes, or if you are doing an event that's not of a free and public nature. But in general, most nonprofits, most groups who use our rooms are get that criteria and have the fees waived. Now on the top you see in red, rooms must be requested 2 weeks prior and no more than 3 months in advance on a rolling calendar, and that just keeps things manageable so we don't have last-minute requests, last-minute no-shows, and that's just been a more fair and even way to make sure that everybody is using the rooms efficiently and everybody's getting an opportunity. Not all of our locations have 2 meeting rooms, but like Havasu City and Bullhead City do have rooms that could be used concurrently. They have dividers that can be separated, and if it is a rental situation, then the rate would be double the rent of a single room. And then on the bottom there's some fine print about library policies, and we have a link to the full room policy. So the user of the room is responsible for the behavior of the people using the room, making sure the room is left neat and clean in the way you found it, and if there is cleaning or damage or other issues, there might be the library might have to charge for that. And so try to be a good customer and leave the room nice for the next user who might be right after you. So without further ado, before applying for time you should view the schedule, and so we're going to use Kingman Library Community Room. They only have one room, so we'll just look at that one and see what's available coming up. So clicking on the right side to the link shows a calendar for what's in the room, and I'm looking at having a Saturday meeting on, let's say, the 16th, and see how that goes. Doesn't look like there's a lot going, from 10 a.m. to, let's say, 11 a.m. So going back to the Room Reservations webpage, then I go to Apply Online. So this is the reservation form. This is a request. It doesn't guarantee you'll get the room, but it first come, first serve, and most requests on days that the library is actually open and so forth, we try to accommodate. Fields that have an asterisk on their side are mandatory, so you must give a name, an email, and a phone number so we can contact you. Other fields are optional, but the more information you communicate, the easier it will be for library staff to assist you in making sure if there's any equipment or other things needed, that those are set up and accommodated. So let's go ahead and fill out this form real quick. And I filled out the name and address information, and then the next question, are you a nonprofit or educational group? Saying yes helps in terms of getting the room without charge, so that's a good thing to go ahead and mark. Once again, that's this nonprofit or educational group right there. Is a most users fit that category. And then a descriptive title for your meeting. That's important, especially if it's in a meeting that you want the public to know about, and that is a possibility. Requesters can ask that the meeting or event be put on the library calendar. It goes out to the library Facebook and other ways of promoting it. A good example of this is our Friends of the Library. If they have a meeting, they want new members to join the Friends of the Library group, so they'll want to have the meeting advertised and posted on the library's main website. So I'm going to try for June 16th, and I'm going to say I'm going to start at 10 a.m. and I'm going to go to 11 a.m. And is the meeting open to the public? I'm going to say yes. And then, is it okay to release contact information? And do we want to show it on the library calendar and kiosks? And brief description of the meeting. This is a test meeting or demonstration Now we have a signature box here. This is legal. It's basically letting people know that you've read our policies and you understand that there could be liability, and that the person requesting the room is responsibility for whoever's using the room. Can't say, well, it was somebody else or whatever, I just requested for them, so you're taking some responsibility. And this field here, library branch, it's a workaround to make sure that it displays properly on web pages and so forth, that people have the library's phone number and street address easily visible. And I don't need rooms A and B. It's defaults to not specified, and this is Kingman, where they don't actually have 2 rooms at this point, so leave that unchanged, and no special equipment needed. And then at that point you get a chance to review your meeting, make sure everything's correct, and then you click finally on the bottom here the submit button, and you're good to go. So the fine print says that you've read the meeting policy. There is a link here on the right to it, so you can read the whole policy document, and your submission is now pending until approval. If there's a fee involved, if it's after library hours, there's a fee for security. If it's a business purpose, there may be a $20 an hour rental. But anyway, this then will go to library staff, and they have the contact information to get back to you for finding out, for finalizing the details of your meeting. And then if you have to book more than one meeting, there is a button on the bottom for submit another event. But at this point, we're done. So thank you for listening, and hope this was informative and gives a little bit better overview of the process for signing up for using one of the library's meeting rooms.